What's going on, everybody? This is Mike over at Triple D. So we are back with another resort room tour. This time we are over at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort, and we're staying in the 101 Dalmatians rooms, or wing of the building. So we'll go inside, we'll do a quick walkthrough, and we'll tell you what we found. Just as an aside, these rooms were recently refurbished, probably about 6 months, maybe a year ago. It's kind of an ongoing process amongst all the All-Star resorts. So we've been inside. They're all kind of look very, very new, kind of very reminiscent of what's going on over at Pop Century, or what has happened at Pop Century in terms of how the rooms were redone. So let's go in and we'll go take a look. All right, and here is the room. I'll go ahead and step back so that you can see everything. So like I said, it's very similar to what you'll find over in the newly renovated rooms over at Pop Century. And this renovation is kind of continuing through all of the All-Star resorts. I believe that they are almost done, if not done in music, and are moving on to the All-Star Sports Resort next. That may actually be in progress. So let's go ahead and take a look at the room. So it's you've got this kitchenette area here with, probably the most important thing is you've got your own little mini fridge down here. You can see our resort mugs that we got on this trip. And then you got a little view here in our case, because like I said, we are in the 101 Dalmatians section of the resort. You can kind of see out here. I don't know if you can see you can kind of see the set piece of the Dalmatians over there, and then the pool's over here, and that's the main hall. So then what we've got is basically the TV area. So you've got a pretty decent size dresser set up. So you have 2 drawers like that, and then we've got a couple of shelves in here in these cabinets, and that's where the in-room safe is. So then on the bed situation, definitely an upgrade over kind of what we found in other spots. You can see the queen beds that are actually part of this room. We also just got done staying over at Art of Animation in the Little Mermaid rooms, which have not been updated in quite a while, and those are full-size beds. I'll actually link to the room tour that we did of those rooms here up in the card up on top. But your eyes are not mistaken. It does sort of look like there's only one bed in here, but you'll notice this is actually a Murphy bed. So the chairs are down here, and we'll go ahead and pull them out. My trusty assistant Elsa will kind of get them out of the way. So you pull the chairs out, and we'll yank the bed down. I'm only pulling this down with my left arm, and I will say it pulls down very, very easily. Not a hard pull at all. So good job on them for making it user-friendly. And then it looks like we've got Huey, Dewey, and Louie all asleep and having a wonderful dream about all of their exploits as soccer players, movie stars, and rock stars. So interesting. It's kind of lacking any theme. I do probably wish that it had a little bit more to do with 101 Dalmatians or any type of Disney movie, but it doesn't. One thing I will point out over here, and it's kind of emblematic, is if you know us, we have a lot of stuff between us and the girls, and you can see the new plugs. They actually have real plugs and then 2 USB chargers in the room, and that is actually prevalent in several places. You can see another set over here, don't mind my camera, and another set there, and then there's some over here by the kind of nightstand on that side of the bed, and then another one over here. So then the headboard is all this very new, modern, sleek look with the brown woods, and then you've got the kind of, I'll say, classic or retro Minnie, Mickey, and Donald. Sort of, I don't know if those are lithographs or what you would call them, but paintings. So you got those. Then over here in the bathroom, before we actually go into the bathroom, I just want to point out, so as opposed to the kind of curtain divider that you have over at All-Star Sports currently in those rooms, or that what we found over at Art of Animation, There's a solid wood door, huge upgrade to the room in terms of privacy, especially if you're like me and you have 2 little girls who would like their privacy when they're changing and they don't want to see dad doing anything as well. Here's a more kind of full view of the room from the very back. You can kind of see what it looks like. All right, and then here is the bathroom vanity area. So we've got, again, a very upgraded sink area, still just one sink, which I'm not always a huge fan of, but hey, it is a value resort, so we've got limited space. The thing that I do like is the countertop space is humongous compared to rooms that have not been updated in the other value resorts. Big upgrade, especially for us as a family, because we've got lots of junk. So nice to have some room to keep it. They do have these little cabinets down here below and down there, so lots and lots of room. You do have a small little closet. You did lose a little bit of that space in the room upgrade. Before, the closet used to kind of go from all the way over here to that wall, kind of where the toilet paper was. It would just line the wall. So you lose a little space there, but honestly, we don't really use the closet space a whole lot, so that doesn't bother us. We're wondering if Disney kind of figured that out in general about people who use these resort rooms. And lastly, we've got the shower area. So I don't think a huge upgrade, but the sliding glass windows or doors to the shower area are definitely an improvement. A little bit of a paint job. And then you have the interior of the shower. They've got the lockdown soap and shampoo and everything that's in many resorts here. And then the shower head, a little rainfall shower head. So not bad. It's a huge improvement over what these rooms used to be. We never stayed there, but I've seen some videos of them. All right, so we'll come back out here for one more quick view of the room before we wrap this up. So you can see huge improvement on the room stylistically. They are much more functional. Love the improvements on some of the modern amenities, like, if you want to call plugs modern. Just wish there was a bit more touch of the resort, whether it was 101 Dalmatians specifically or kind of Disney movies in general. Feel like that's lacking a little bit, but hey, I guess I can't pick too many issues at it, because this room is a vast improvement over what they used to be. We have never stayed here before, but I've seen several videos of them, and they're a huge upgrade. One thing I did want to point out on the regular bed here, one of the big challenges for us as a family is what to do with all of our suitcases and stuff when we get here. We love the fact that these beds sit up off of the ground, and so as you can see, we've got Elsa's suitcase underneath there. We'll put our suitcases underneath there, and they can just be stored there, kind of get them out of the way so that they are put away. Oh, you just saw a little bit of Elsa. She stuck her head up. She's not paying attention. So anyway, good rooms, nice improvement. Hopefully we'll enjoy our stay. We actually just got here. That's why most of our suitcases aren't here right now. Appreciate it if you enjoyed this video. Give it a like and share it with anyone you think who might find it useful. And if you like what we're doing on the channel, give us a subscribe, and you'll see when we post new content. Speaking of content, we also did a resort review of All-Star Movies. I'll put that in our cards at the end. If you want to know more about the resort itself, you can check it out there.